Honourable Speaker, I rise to support my cut motion in respect to demand numbers 42, 43 and 85 and oppose the demand. On sports, demand number 42. हांव सद्दां ओपोज करता the import भायले player हाडटात तेन्ना आनी गोंयचे टिमीक घातात तेन्ना especially for national and other events. I strictly and I don't like people being brought in. कित्याक आमची गोंयची भुरग्यांक केन्ना चान्स मेळना दुसरे स्टेटीन वचपाक फेडपाक. ते आमगे भुरग्यांक केन्ना तेंगे टिमी घेयनात आनी रिप्रेजेंट कर म्हूण सांगनात. म्हूण आमचे गोंयकाराचे टिमी ते काडटात आनी तांकां चान्स दितात. Honourable Speaker, the reason being given that 30% or some percentage is permitted to be allowed. Permitting someone is different from mandatory to have. There's a difference between it. Reason ditat, we don't have players, we don't have people who can win medals for us. But they have no affection, no कांय आमचे गोंयचो मोग कांय ना. ते येतात, फेडटात, जिखले नाल्यार वयतात ते. तांकां सर्टिफिकेट मेळटात. They get even jobs there if they get they're represented for nationals or internationals. And even sometimes they get preference seats. Our Goans are just left out. I also believe one thing, if our Goans are given the chance, एक platform आसपा जाय, एक chance मेळ्ळ्यार आमचे भुरगे तुनेणा खूंय पावतले. If we always keep under the belief that आमचे भुरग्यांक जायना, our children are unfit, we will remain with this. My question, which I think sometimes in my mind is, when will we improve our standards? आमी sports infrastructure कोतात, grounds कोतात, all the equipment हाडटात आमी, and then finally, after training our children, they all look forward that we will now participate, and suddenly their names are eliminated. आमचे ते platform आहा तेन्ना, that platform is one chance to overcome a stage fright. When they go on a stage, you overcome a stage fright. Secondly, they get a chance to participate. Third, they learn about team spirit. They learn about preparedness for competitive games. And they finally stand on that platform and either achieve or at least participate. If we don't give our children this kind of a boost, I don't think there is even need of trying to say we are promoting sports. We have also sports associations. I don't know what the sports associations are doing if they cannot groom up our talent and allow them to perform. Because if these sports associations are only there conducting meetings and going for places and going for tours and coming back, then I think these associations should be wound up and such people should be sent home once and for all. I don't believe that they do any service for our Goans. According to me, this kind of importing of players is a backdoor entry for which they have no obligation to do anything. I have seen sometimes, Honourable Speaker, आमचे sports association member आहात, committee member, and even Honourable Minister must have met some of them. थोड्यांक भोंवपा पासून जायना, चलोंक जायना. इतले जाणटे जाले, and maybe they might have been very good once upon a time in their days, but they just can't walk. वयता तेशकोन पडपाक. So it's very sad to see these people, and they don't want to go out of the association. Even that state, they सोडून सोदनात, ते बसूंक सोदतात थिंगा. And दुसऱ्यांक येवपा दिनात ते chance. So I think it is time to weed out this. Honourable Speaker, एक हें आसा, sports code म्हणलो आशिल्लो, आनी म्हाका उगडास आहा, एक petition file केलें हायकोर्टान, हांव त्या petition पासून appeal जालो, football associationाचे. आनी ते football association age was 70, आनी ते सगळे आशिल्ले थिंगा, you cannot be re-elected more than 2 times. So I want to know whether the government is enforcing the sports code for all the associations. कांय सोडनासतना ना, keep it uniform. I have no interest in any association. मुगे सोयरे आहात or ना जाल्यार हांव नेना, म्हाका कसलो interest ना थिंगा. I am only interested that you must develop sports. Keep these people who are deadwood out of the sports framework. I think definitely you will get fresh breath, fresh talent, and you may pick up people who you never knew before who had talents. Recently, एक badminton ranking आशिल्ले फोंड्यान, and you might have known about it. ते स्टेट रँकर्स म्हूण स्टेट रँकींग कोताले, भायले लोकां हाडले, मागीर लोकांनी प्रोटेस्ट केले. Then they withdrew those people out. But my question is, why were they brought in? Who selected them? How were they brought in? थर्ड पार्टी म्हाका दुबाय आसता ऑनरेबल स्पीकर ते कित कोतात ते 30% म्हणटात ऑन वॉट बेसीस हॅव यू सिलेक्टेड दोज 30% कोणी भायले पॉलिटिशियनाक धाडले म्हूण तांकां एकोमोडेट कोता ते पॉलिटिशियनागे सोयरे म्हूण तांकां भितर हाडटात मागीर तांकां चान्स मेळटा वचपाक हिंगा थिंगा or they get this benefit of medical admissions or other things. I think that these kind of things, what they do is when they are allowing it without having proper data, without having any study, I think this is a corrupt act because you are doing a favor probably for a consideration. And I think you should monitor these kind of things, get a justification. I'm not saying you can look into it, but ask your SAG or anybody in your department to scrutinize, amunda itle detail naka, but at least a preliminary scrutiny. Why were they brought in? Why were they considered fit? Kiत्याक हांव तुका एक दाखोवपाक वयता. आमचे games आसले तेन्ना. When we had the games, national games, Maka list, you had given me an answer, very long answer was given. I'm going to just read some few things from here. In a tournament called Sepak Takraw Munasar, Sepak Takraw. In that, one of the candidates who was there competing was Setaram Singh Thokom. Now, so Setaram Singh Thokom. To huncho Imphalacho. He participated in this event representing Goa. At age Fatlian, with the same surname, Sanamacha Chanu Thokom. Now this person is participating in boxing. Address kite? Parra Mapsa. Tumcho? Tu orakna. So this is what is happening. Dusro, Neharika Siram Gonela Parra Mapsa. This is why I'm saying, what document was used, what fraudulent method to come by the back door and say, I'm a Goan. Anik ek sangta tuka. At serial number 2874, Baswaraj Sangappa Jawar. You can have Baswaraj Sangappa, can also be now resident in Goa, Jawar. But ek dubao kita, aim poro address kita. House number 482, SO mulla onena kita. PO Goa, Panaji, District South Goa. Samsalo, I think whoever fed in this data should have suspected this. And this is for square martial arts. So just scrutinize this. They have already taken the award. I'm not going to say inquire and withdraw the awards. But we need to take care. And the entire team of this Sepak Takraw, entire team was not Goan. If we don't have the discipline, why are we putting people there? Encourage our people. I'm told that our people are also, futsal kota nahatenna, they are also practicing these same sports. We can give chance to our people. They may not be the best, but one day you never know. Give them 2-3 years, they may become the best. So I request that we should take this. There is one more thing which I want to point out, is that Amche Cycling Association ache tore this fati, ek awaz aillo. Honorable Minister may see whether it is right or wrong. Third party, in-house, third party, there can be two groups. Ek for, one against. So, whether that allegations are right or wrong, but the allegations are that one day camp kello, फकत 13 cyclists आयिल्ले आणि 14,14,920 रुपये bill काढले म्हण. They said there was no residential camp. It was supposed to be 3 days. फकत एक point जे दोनापाल हुई केला. And if this is found to be correct, I request the government should book these people, debar them from that association, clean up the system, because if you have these people coming only to loot, I will tell you the association will finish this cycling and whatever sports event. So please, I would say that, and make sure you recover the loot without delay. There's another thing, Honorable Speaker, I have requested the government to give me a futsal court and a mini sports complex in Aldana. So I know the work is in progress. I only request that can be expedited. In art and culture, demand number 43. I'm speaking on folk art, which is traditional art. Ami festivals kotat, but I'm requesting if we can have smaller festivals at the village levels, wherever there is the main villages, if we can, instead of having one just in Panjim, one maybe in Saligaon and all that, have in the village level, split them up. Because this way the local talent we can bring up, and then you can have a bigger event perhaps at the end of the year or maybe towards end of December. You just think of this. There's also another thing which we need, that in our educational institutions, I would request Honorable Minister, if something can be done, sitting in conjunction with Education Minister to inform our children, to educate them of the various art which is available. I mean, Kavi art modale. I think Saptakoteshwar Devda gelo tanna, what beautiful work is there. I don't know how many children know about it. People from our Bardes, maybe Bisholi, they may know about it. How many people from South Goa may know about it? So I believe that we even have these Ankal Poer Malikarjun temple angello. Tinga ami podoile ki tem pillar hatte, the work which is done, even the paintings on the walls which have been done, giving the narratives. It is hand painted. It is not even this thing. So these kind of things, if we educate the children, they can learn. You can take them to the churches, the basilica, whatever, and explain to them what is Baroque type of art or architecture. It can be also classical period of architecture and art. It can be Renaissance, it can also be impressionist works, or it can be modern works. Whatever it is, you speak to them, you explain to them. Even when they walk inside a temple or a church, they will know this is the period or this is the era when this construction or this style is belonging to, whether it's the Baroque, whether even it's a Gothic structure, as we know the Mandedeo's church in Saligaon. So it is for the children when they walk. It's because once they expand their knowledge, they expand their horizon. And I believe that if we give them this kind of a foundation, this is part of art and culture, even our local cultures. आमी कितल्या पाटी हांवें पळयलां, एक पाटी हांव सत्तारी गेलो तेन्ना थिंगा फातोर आसात ते. वॉट इज द इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ द स्टोन? आमी व्हडले हिंगा ते स्टोन हिंगा आहात ते लंडनान, इंग्लंड आहात ते स्टोन एंजाचे वयता ते पळोवपाक. आमगे फातोर आहा ते कितल्यात आहा हिंगा. So I think that we can promote these kind of things and make them aware of our traditional religious rites or cults which were available here, and people can appreciate history and the background of these things. Even every temple, if you look at it, every pillar has got a carving which has got every meaning on it, which is very beautiful. So I request that this should be done. And finally, you will remember even in Kerala there is Raja Ravi Varma, the paintings. He has done it in very classical style, though he is a painter from Kerala. So therefore, we have got our masters like Gaitonde, you know this Gaitonde Amso. And even from our Pomburpa, these famous artists who have all been there, I think that we need to recognize them, put them on the educational textbooks and be able to give our children the chance to learn, appreciate, perhaps emulate, or perhaps even do something better than them. Just the last demand I'm speaking about is RDA. I don't have much to say except one thing, Honorable Speaker, which I want to bring to the notice of the Honorable Minister. RDA चे often आमकां लोकां सांगतात ते आमकां funds ना म्हूण. I think that a proper apportionment of the funds for works to be carried out across constituencies should be done. आतां न्यू एक येयला की हांवें कोणा दाखयल्लें तांकां ऑफिसरा कोणा बरोबर धाडलोले म्हगे स्टाफा बरोबर ते म्हणपाक लागले न्यू प्रपोजल घाल म्हूण. Proposal is already there. It already reached advanced stage. परत घाल म्हूण. If you start putting again, it will go in circles for another 2 years. So my request is, please tell them, unless I say this proposal is not wanted by me, it is an unnecessary proposal. It's a proposal only to benefit one person. If I say that, drop it. But if I'm not, I myself, my office is pursuing it, why should you say, give another letter? Why should it be? I don't mind to put for paper at the end of 5 years to say, almost a proposal. I'm not bothered. Finally, the work should be done. I don't care how it was done. So I want the work to be executed, time-bound manner, so that even before I'm not saying before my term, as far as possible we can work it, because third party retaining wall, anikit kosorte. These kind of things we need to take on immediate steps, and I request the Honourable Speaker to kindly bring this to the attention of the government, and the government to bring it to the attention of the officers. Just one small thing, last one. Amge Scouts and Guides Munasa. In Scouts and Guides, they have been they have, long back, they had about 125 schools where they had 22,000 students. And now they have 225 schools with almost 50,000 students. Any Surla Muntumi Zomin Dille, about 30,000 square meters at Darbandara. So about 1,000 children can be accommodated for a camp, kita utkache provision and kitchen facility asa. Tumi 5 dile kite 5 into 7 you get base tents dil to me. Now the site in Surla is blocked by a school wall. I don't know if you have been informed, and there is some proceedings before the deputy collector. And many of those children have also won national awards, state awards, and they have even participated in UK. So I would request that if some dialogue can be done. I don't believe in court litigation necessarily. But I don't believe this kind of thing should be worked out so that you can work out with the school, because that land for the school is also given by the government. So you can work it out. And last I will just speak about this. Then the Scouts Association and Guides Association had made a proposal for revision of pattern of assistance. They had asked for additional staff and for payment to be made, 7th pay commission to be made applicable to their staff. To me, 50% matching grants and salaries on reimbursement. What I would request is, see, because they are doing voluntary service, this is not like a profit organization. My request is only to make sure that they can be given direct payment, like how you have aided schools where the payment goes directly into the salary account of the staff. Make the payment direct so they don't have the burden of first doing and getting a reimbursement, and see whether you can accommodate making provision for additional staff which they have asked and the 7th pay commission. I am obliged.